Hey, so this is Doris, one of our female sulcatas here at the park. She is 8 years old, which is an appropriate age to start laying eggs. Female sulcatas usually lay eggs from the age of 5 years old. So she is currently digging her pit for her eggs to drop into, and she does this by kicking her back legs into a deeper slope, and at the end of that slope will be a hole, and in that hole is where her eggs will drop into.
As she was just kindly demonstrating that for you. So this wasn't her first spot, so what they usually do is, even in the wild, as you can see here, they go round the enclosure, find their perfect spot that they want to lay in, and once they've found it they will start digging. So Doris has found obviously her perfect spot, so she's quite happily right now just digging and getting ready for the eggs to drop in. So she will be doing this for a little while until she is ready to drop the eggs. And that is her sister Olive, who is kindly checking in on her. So she is still kicking a little bit, so she's not fully ready to drop the eggs yet, but hopefully we won't be long. So just an interesting fact, the depth of the hole that she is digging is approximately 3/4 the length of her shell. So this is why she looks a little bit slanted and upright, is because she is digging to that appropriate length that she's comfortable to drop the eggs into. And just a little bit about the eggs, they are actually the size of a golf ball and look exactly like a golf ball, where they are perfectly round and white. And just another interesting fact, so she will actually drop her eggs one by one individually. Between laying each egg, she will actually spend some time using her legs again to push over the sand, so then the previous eggs won't roll into the drop spots, so then it avoids the eggs cracking together. So the whole reason that female sulcatas do this digging process is in the wild they would obviously need the protection for the eggs from the predators, so they create these little burrows by digging them down into a deep hole that I've explained before, and then what they'll do, they'll kick the sand all the way back up so nothing has happened, so nothing can get to the eggs, and it will protect the babies until they hatch. And the predators that I mean is a lot of bird of prey, so like vultures, a lot of big birds that are in Africa. I'm going to fast forward to when we start seeing the eggs drop out, just because she will be doing this digging process for a little while. So she has stopped digging now, so hopefully it won't be long until the eggs start dropping out. She is also doing a little bit of a grunting noise, which is a normal noise that means they are starting to push out the eggs. So you can just see she has actually dropped one of the eggs, and I'll circle it so you can see it. And that was the second one that has just dropped. So as I said previously, they do obviously drop it one at a time, so it won't be a long wait until the next one, because it does happen all at once. And she is just trying to drop the third one. So just another little interesting fact about the eggs, they are actually coated in like a lubricant. It's just like a thin layer of like a gooey liquid. It's just so it is easier for the eggs to pass through for the female. So I don't know if you can see, but there is a little egg with a dent in. That would unfortunately cause problems as the baby grows in the shell. It could actually lead to a deformity on the shell, which could lead to a lot of health problems like collapsed lungs, or organs would not be able to grow properly because the shell around it isn't as it should be. Okay, I think she's nearly done, because as I said previously before, she will start to kick the sand over the eggs to then cover them, so I think she is starting to do that process. So just a little close up before I start collecting them, and before she starts covering them with sand. So I'm going to start by taking them. So this is what they look like. Like I said, they are the size of golf ball, they are quite small, and they are perfectly quite round as well. So I'm going to put them into the bowl and start collecting the rest of them. So I am being as gentle as I can, but also as quick as I can, just because she will start covering them up. She doesn't mind me being here at all, it doesn't stress her out. They actually do go in a trance when they do lay eggs, so she doesn't mind me being here. So as you can see, she has actually laid a lot more than I thought, because she hasn't been dropping them in a deeper hole, which obviously if I was a predator I wouldn't be able to see them eggs, so it does protect them. And that is all of them, so I have collected them all. I'm just going to quickly count them all. So I have put them safely in this bowl, so I'm just going to quickly count them. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. They do actually lay between 15 and 30 eggs, so she has laid obviously the appropriate amount, so I'm quite happy with that, because that wouldn't mean if it is less it could be possibly any are stuck, which could lead to more health problems, but she has laid the appropriate amount, so I'm happy. So this is what I was on about before. Like I say, she will kick the sand back over them. She does obviously think they are still there, because she is still in that trance that I mentioned before. It does seem harsh, but unfortunately if we left them in the enclosures they will start to rot and smell because of the heat in there, so we obviously have to take them out for hygiene purposes.